Welcome to Afri-Culture with yours truly, Larva McAfee, aka Nicole, with my special guest, Togbi Ngoyifia of Aflawu, Gakli, Grand Lomé, where we discuss Afri-Culture. It is all about Afri-Culture. Let's get it started. Hello and salut, everybody. Welcome back to Afri-Culture. It is Sunday afternoon, and I say greeting to all of you, wherever you are, whatever you are doing. I pray that you are doing just awesome this afternoon. I pray that you are just as grateful as I am, because I am so grateful to have you today, be talking to you today. Today, I am very, very excited. Before we get into all of that, I just want to give the Lord Almighty God a grace, and I just want to say thank you for keeping us alive and bringing us back today, because without him we wouldn't be here. So I just want to say thank you for his grace. Thank you, God, for his grace and his mercy on all of us. And I submit all this program, all of us, I submit all of us into your hands, including yourself, on this call, on this program. So thank you. Thank you very much for joining me. So today, I promise you guys, I'm gonna have special guests. My special guest, you guys already know. We are all going to be talking about Dallas. It is CEANA 2025. I brag about how I am excited about Dallas since Dallas. Since Dallas, you guys heard what I have shared with you so far, the things that I have saying, they got us excited. They got me excited when they took the stool. So I started having conversation about Dallas. So we are still in September 2024, but I am super looking forward to CEANA 2025 in Dallas. So we have to do it right. So I have to bring Dallas people here to have this conversation, because we are still in the, we are still in a season of CEANA. We are still talking about CEANA because it is still September. So it's only right for me to bring them back here so that they can get you excited, like they got me excited, because they're gonna share their program, their plans, what to expect. They may not share everything, because again, it's still a little early, but it seems like they've been ready very, very long time. But I'm gonna bring them in for us, for them to just give us what we should expect, the message that they have. I have some questions for them, and we are going to go from there. But I just want to welcome you all for coming back and joining me here. If you're on this call right now and you're watching me, I want you to share this link with everybody that you know. Invite them to join us and hear us. And even after this, you can still share the video, share the links to your family members, your friends, especially those of you who attended CEANA or CEANA family, and especially those of you who are not CEANA family, you haven't been here yet. I need you to share with everyone you know, because we need more of you to tune in, and we need more of you to be part of CEANA. So nyato ndakpena mi be mi leka me kudum witroya mpena mi akpena mi kaka tusugba me madakpena Yehowa be kpere mi anti mi gbalekpoa emwaji witroya. Donc am dakpena mi apota ape enia ape spécial ameko ape invité spécial wa oni Dallas Store le ja wo CEANA 2025. 2025 a donc am jakplo ava egbe wa discuter wa nami wa be plan o. Nyemnyano le jado vegbe, alo le jado English. Maybe ola mélanger, but ola va mwaji kudomi. King buema plova e mwajia mleja ma so introduction vide nami. Leke o ho wabe stool ado nyale ke mi bronele ni ano wabe azikpe vi ko hona le ko ho le eni a Denver ma introduce ma jouer wani ma so introduce nami, but ma plova on tola introduction na mi apota mi sia meni mi anya me ko nyane mi a bio question. Ntona mi be mi ato anglais plakpla. Ne mi ano se no vide e ko me mi wa. But ndakpe na mi be mi le fie. Ne mi le fie amene mi jesim le kamewa. Mi so lien so do ne wa chan wa joindre mi e we troyalo. Merci beaucoup. So guys, thank you very much. I am going to show you guys the introduction video that I have planned for us. You guys going to watch this, and then when we come back, I'll bring them in so that they can introduce themselves. So I'm taking a quick short break so that I can share. And I want you guys, you have not seen these videos, I'm encouraging you guys to go to Chatting with Nicole to check them out. We have a lot of exciting videos from Denver, just how CEANA goes for you guys to watch, especially those of you who are not there. I encourage you guys to check it out. There's a lot of videos actually on CEANA TV as well, because we stream everything live there. So you can also watch that. So I'll be right back with you, but don't go anywhere.
Yo, Dallas. Winfred. Julius. Nika Waga. Jekolia. Wakala Kanani. Come on.
Akbanami. Akbanami lo. Akbanami kata. Akbanami kata.
Okay, guys, you saw what I'm talking about. So I need you guys to go to the site. You go to Chatting with Nicole and watch this video. It is amazing to me. I just like it. The organization, and I like the way they came out and took it and show us that they already the participation, especially the children. Children being involved, the youth being involved. I was just, it was just exciting for me to see. So I do want you guys to check it out. So with that being said, the gentlemen that I have on the phone, I have the first person who's joining us. It is going to be, let me share this with you. So the first person here, it is, you see, he's not showing me. He's in the background. So let me get me. So the first person I'm going to bring back, it is going to be Winfred Gbedemah. He's the second vice president of CEANA, and he is also the president of Dallas. Obviously, you guys already heard he's the president of Dallas. So I'm going to bring him in. He's going to introduce himself. And the second person that we are going to have is Julio. Spanish would say Julio, but he's Julius. Julius, let me get it right. Julius, he's the treasurer, and he is, from Dallas as well, Away Association of Dallas. So I'm going to bring them in. They're going to introduce themselves. I'm going to bring back Winfred first to introduce himself. So Winfred, welcome to Afri-Culture. If you can please just introduce yourself to people who don't know you, and then we can go from there.
Nico Akbenao, and I would like to take this opportunity à do zone miapen nous polokatan le CEANA TV pom be ono miapom eshai mi CEANA wom e magloko be ninkonye nye Winfred Gbedemah president le Every Association of Dallas eganye the second vice president of CEANA ta miawi zonlo miawi bonadoge.
Okay, and for Winfred, where Fika Tonyo, Ghana, Togo, Benin, I can guess, but Fika Tonyo.
I think your guess is right. Akpe niento mucho duoveme le Ghana. Mucho anyako plewe Ghana.
Okay.
Ghana vimenye.
Okay. Oh, mama, you so anyako.
Okay.
So Anyako, we used to go to Anyako, me not in Anyako shack vacation, and I still can smell the fish. You know, the fish, the fresh fish. She's from Anyako. We lost her a few years back, so I am very familiar with Anyako. So thank you very much. Now
You're
we're gonna
welcome.
bring back. Oh, anything else you want to say about introduction before I bring in?
No, I think it's it's exciting for us to actually come to your show today. So we want to really come and then set a standard for our viewers, the
Mm-hmm,
CEANA TV,
mm-hmm,
following our program, and also stay tuned for the CEANA news because we'll be sharing a lot about CEANA.
okay.
Like you said earlier, right? We are in
Mm-hmm.
2024, but CEANA 2025 is already happening.
Yes.
So we want viewers to share the information, invite their family, their friends to join this session today because we are going to share a lot of information that they want to hear.
Okay. All right. So I'll bring Julius in. Julius. So Julius, Tonamo, tell people, introduce yourself. And obviously we want to know where you are from. Your accent, I'm kind of, guessing, but I want you to tell us where you are from. Introduce yourself to people who don't know you, please.
Okay, me to Gbedemah, Julius. I'm sure in the CEANA hemisphere, you say the name Julius all over the time. But now you can relate face to the name. This is the only Julius we have in CEANA so far. The dynamic one.
Okay.
Abeleke nyepe president bela enyenye the treasurer the Dallas group MLF. But for the sake of Dallas 2025, I am one of the convention managers. So that's it. I bet you can metwala and you betu domain. Betu domain. Betu tavie play V.
Okay.
Betu tavie play V.
Okay.
That's the introduction.
Okay, and that means that Gbedemah amekom jisiwa Togo, Ghana, Benin. What is it? What is
Oh,
what?
Ghana.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah,
You have to be specific.
Yeah. Ghana.
Okay. All right. Nice to meet you guys. And thank you very much for joining. So Bena, your introduction for if you Winfred, I'm in member. How many members do you have in your association in Dallas? Because in Dallas everything is big, right? So what is how many members do you have?
Yeah, bale mi nu shang alo mi onto mi nyena nu shang le Dallas alolo ta mi ape ha alolo ka ke onye nye presenter number nye ma wona dokle number so mako he ne nye mi ape treasurer financial controller ga nye mi ape CEANA coordinator manager ne 2025 ne okuhama ako ne nupola o sebe mi le Dallas.
Okay. All right, Julius, let us
Yeah,
know.
cool. Yeah, Dallas, no, over sometimes appearances are sometimes deceptive. Dallas Association, just like we have in Atlanta, Houston, Colorado, these are all in the South. It is not easy for people to travel to the South as it is for New York, New Jersey, and all those areas. In the South, we are not that many, but there's one thing that we know that is going on for us is the unity. Yeah. We have some strong unity. That's why you guys you saw us at a love land. Is the unity that we have in Dallas, not the numbers. We don't have the numbers at the look, but then the unity that we have surpasses everything. So that's in short, that's how I put it. We have a strong unity in Dallas, and that's what is going on for us.
Okay. So the numbers guy say he's not going to give us numbers, but he gave us the reason he's not giving us numbers. Okay, I'll keep that. But that is question I'm going to bring, not today, but next time I'm going to ask that question again. So just keep that.
I'll go and count when you're coming back because I was too much focused on unity instead of the actual numbers.
Yeah. Unity is good because you can have a small number and without unity, it's still not going to work. You can have the whole city. And as a member, without unity, it is not going to work. So
that's what I'm telling you. It is the unity that works. That's why we're focusing on the unity that we have down here.
Okay, so we'll focus on the unity. All right, I'll give that to you. All right, so I wanted to know how important is hosting. This. I know we take turn and we come to you, and I know it's not like you like I'm going to take it this time. It came to you by order, but how important is it to you? So I'm going to go to Winfred for this.
Yeah, Akpeniko, Magblock Pieko be Siena hosting enye jijo tokiere na mi la miope habobo la fie. Abalako Siena wo mi won baseda gbaina mi no chachamla duoma. Ta nevaru mio mi ajine na ma nyana jokpokpere na mi be miawi ala Siena do ma na nya ma ova mi agbola dala sa fie mi are mi ape wonao aro mi akọ atu be nushon kemi ola afie onye jijo na kokwe now Magbloaga be this is not the first time we are hosting CEANA in Dallas. We've hosted CEANA twice already, so this is going to be the third time. And there's been a lot of improvement on the CEANA convention. As you know, we've been doing CEANA for a while, but we are always looking into how do we make it exciting for our attendees and everyone that come across the CEANA convention, right? This time round, being the third one, we have something special, and we want to show people. From what you've seen so far, I think we are far from showing the reality, and I know for sure there is that excitement already for those who have went to Loveland from the little that is saw. I could see the excitement, but we have more in the store for you guys when you come to 2025.
Okay. So my next question was going to be how you preparing. So, but I think that you are already high level right now. We see that you are organized and you are prepared, but how are you preparing as high level? Any of you can take that question.
Yeah, I'll let Julius go on for that for now. Yeah.
Okay. All right, Julius, you have.
Yeah, Nicole, about preparation, like Dallas, we are very proactive. We hate to be reacting to calls that we form the various convention committees, be it registration, food and beverage, transportation, culture, youth, and all that are necessary to make sure we have a very cohesive CEANA convention. So we have all these committees, and then we meet at least 2 times every month. So we have everything going on. As a matter of fact, we've laid down most of our plans. So since we came back from Colorado, we have now moved that into execution mode. So we are now executing the CEANA 2025 convention, getting resources and people into place for things that need to be done. So that's what we are. And we are not going to leave any stone unturned. And we welcome all recommendations and suggestions.
Okay. All right. Thank you. So that leads me to what is the biggest thing people should know or expect in Dallas? You don't have to say everything, right? So there are certain things
we're gonna keep some
high level.
We want to keep some of the surprises like
so high level. Yeah.
But
so let me, before you answer, let me say this. So when Colorado, when they came over, they told us all the first time things that they're going to do. You know what I mean? It comes in little pieces and pieces and pieces. So do you have anything, the biggest thing, like I said, again, not everything, we don't have to say everything, but the biggest thing that you want people to know, expect, especially those who have not been?
Yeah, Nicole, that's a very good question, right? I think for CEANA convention, for those who have attended or planning to attend, it usually starts on Thursday, right? People are arriving, and Thursday we have a program. Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Monday, everybody. That is not changing for sure, but we want some element of surprises are there to be added to it in Dallas, right? And one thing for sure, we are listening to the feedback that are coming from all the conventions so far, right? And one of the main things that I really want to hit home here is that the youth or the young ones, we see the need for them to be part of CEANA. And we've tried, the previous convention to bring them in, but I think they are still lacking that. So in 2025, we want to guarantee that. And we want to ensure all the youth, the young one, that has been to CEANA but didn't see that their participation. This is something that we have already planned for them in Dallas. So the youth are going to be part of our CEANA 2025, where they are part of the program, meaning their input to the program is going to be very crucial, so that they are designing that program for them, not we doing it for them, but them being part of it. So we give them that to design the program so that they can actually execute, so that it doesn't become like we are giving them something to do where they are not part of it. So we want them to be part. So I want to really take this opportunity to engage and invite all the youth.
Okay.
That CEANA 2025 is going to be one of the CEANA where we are going to see the youth participation moving forward. So if you are a youth, you are watching this program and have been to CEANA convention before, but you really didn't see that engagement with the youth, work with us, because our plan is to really give you that so that you design a program that is adequate for the youth for CEANA 2025.
Right. That is a music to my ear, and you said it pretty well, so I'm not going to go much about it because that was one of my things I was going to discuss, but because you already got it covered and you say it pretty well, I'm going to leave that to you. It's the empowerment. It's the empowerment. Give them the power. Let them design their own thing. So I like that. Speaking of youth, we're going to take a short break so that I can play your promotional, your video right now. I'm going to play that, the one you have for Dallas. I'm going to play that. And we'll be right back. So guys, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
CEANA 2025. Come and have a unique experience in Dallas, Texas.
Ago na miapete milemiakpe bemiva 32nd annual CEANA convention le Dallas Fort Worth. Dallas. Big D. Miva yapakpong tepe. Aha. CEANA 2025. Mano bobo edolo. Miva midwaza. We want me at the Cornwall Friday evening. Sunday me our picnic. Me our church service. And all les zanzazata miniva.
Tata nyo play for you, mi do bonsoir na mi lo. Mi do bonsoir na mi apata, mi de kuku na mi be mi kro mi ape famille o valo. Mi kro mi ape famille o mi afa ko Dallas da. Mi adu azan. Azalo.
Azase.
Azale kongbe.
Azale wawa.
So the reason why I thought this was like a nice segment to what you just discussing about the youth. One of the kudos I was going to give you is the youth started it. They started it. They were in front, and there was a lot of them. So that's one of the things that I really like about, your thing is because of the youth. And most of the time when I go to CEANA, I speak to the youth, at the end of it, I speak to them, they feel left out. They always feel left out. So just having that, even the intro, when you guys came to take the stool, the young man was dancing, the young girls were dancing. So that warmed my heart. So I am happy to see that. And that is kudos to you guys. And I just hope it is not just a commercial. It is not just through the taking of the stool. We can see it throughout the whole, and it's not going to stay just one time either. I want us to continue. And hopefully, everybody else will learn that the youth are our future. We are doing this not for us. We're doing it for them. So I like that you brought that up. I like that you started it that way. So I'm just giving you my kudos right here now because we're talking about the youth. Okay, so when we went to Denver, like I said, Denver has a lot of first-time things. I wanted to ask you guys, maybe you are considering multiple of the first times that we saw in Denver. Is there any of those first-time things that they did in Denver that you guys going to carry on or you're built on? Winfred, you can take that. And then, Julius, if you have anything to add, you can definitely add.
Yeah, Nico Akbe. So we saw a lot of program being executed at CEANA 2024, just like the previous CEANAs, right? Mm-hmm. And there's been some additional element that we saw because like the Friday night, we usually have the culture night, right? Mm-hmm. When we went to Atlanta, I think Atlanta did well also doing the drama or the play, we call it, mm-hmm. right? And that was good. And I think Colorado also added another element, which is, bringing the chief to a Friday instead of a Saturday, right?
Right.
I think these are all good as we look at the CEANA and say, okay, it's part of the culture, so let's exhibit that on a Friday. I think that is really something good, but it's still part of the culture Friday that we all know it to be. So we are looking at all those things and trying to get a feedback. We collected a lot of feedback, and we working with the CEANA executive to make sure that we are actually implementing some of these things moving forward. If we want to keep everything that is good and improve on them, right? And so that is going to be, because it's all CEANA, right? We are all one. The host change, but it doesn't change CEANA, right?
No.
So we definitely want to look at those things. And then I think on Thursday night, we saw there was two programs, and it was one that was attended, one. So there is a plan for us to bring that Southern element to 2025.
Okay.
Which is, part of it is, like you are seeing here, the cowboy element. So that is something we want to keep it, closer to the convention. We have something we want to share. We're almost trying to share it here, but I think we'll keep it for now. But we want to keep the viewers guessing what that is going to be.
Right.
Because it's going to be a surprise element when we are getting closer. We're going to reveal that information, but it's going to create more of that. What exactly is it? Because let's be honest, right? CEANA convention is something that we all come together to raise money to support the airline. That mission is going to be there, but let's not forget that most families come to the convention also as a mini vacation. So we want to bring that element. We don't want to ignore that. And I think we'll be doing well to bring that excursion and some other element. But we really want to not totally ignore that, because I think at the point we can do better, because it's family vacation. How do we make a family vacation a vacation, right? So those are some of the surprise things that we are bringing into CEANA 2025. And we want viewers to just be aware of that. That is going to be some surprises that we are going to be announcing. But this being the first program, we want to keep them guessing. We're going to bring that to them when the time is right.
Okay. All right. Julius, do you have anything to add to that?
Dallas is full of surprises, and CEANA know. Even before CEANA will start even having conventions in hotel, it started from Dallas. They normally people's houses, and then they will stay with their friends. Then they will commute from their houses to the convention. Dallas took the risk and said, "Guess what? We are going to put you guys in a hotel, and then you have a group together, and then you have the convention." They did, and ever since, CEANA took it up, and then they ran with it, and the convention gets bigger. Can you imagine 800 people showing up in Dallas, and we have to house them in our individual houses?
Right. Yeah.
Impossible. We can't do that. So, Dallas is a hidden treasure up here in the South. Aside we inviting you guys to come to the convention, we hope that we will put in elements that will make some of you to relocate from the North and then the East Coast down to Texas. Yeah, because there is life and there's hope over here, so that we can make EAD bigger.
Okay. I just want to impress. There's life and there's hope everywhere. But Dallas, in 2025, there's a life and hope there. So we want everybody to be there. We want everybody to be there. Just make sure that we are clear that wherever you are, there's hope and life there. Okay. All right, Julius, I want to make sure I clarify that. So thank you very much for that. So in Colorado, right? And I appreciate the fact that you guys had a big van, you guys drove there, you guys, came there in time, and then you support and you were involved in all of that, which is rightfully so, which is good. And I'm sure that they appreciated it. What do you guys learn? High level, one or two things that you learned in Colorado, if any?
So, Nico, I think just like any previous convention, there are plans, and when it comes to execution, we do well, right? Every host that has hosted a CEANA convention, I would say they did really well. They did really well, just like Colorado did. There's always challenges with every convention, right? Because every city is different. And as we all saw, Colorado, they plan to have their convention in Denver and eventually move 1 hour away from the airport to Loveland. That is by itself a challenge for them, right? But they did everything that they could to host that. And we really appreciate that, just like any previous comments. So those are some of the things that we learned from it. But let's not forget, right? CEANA Convention has grown and evolving as we are expecting the number to grow, right? So it really comes to how do we make sure that everyone that is coming to the convention is coming to the convention to support the CEANA mission, which is building the Everland and also having fun. I think we are mixing some of those elements, right? So we've learned a lot, which is, it has to be around the planning and then execution. How do we make sure we attend to everyone on time? We do things on time. It has always been a challenge for us, right?
Always,
And we talk about it, but how do we do it, right? We are not going to be the first people to do it because we all live here in the north and we see people doing things on time. So why is there a struggle for us, right?
I don't know.
So those are some of the things that I said we are taking very serious, right? We want things to be on time. And the first of it all is we want to plan for everyone. We don't want people to get to, travel from New York, Washington, Southern, Atlanta, wherever, to Dallas. And now they are making a decision that, they're actually in Dallas, so they have to register for convention.
Right.
It doesn't help CEANA and it doesn't help the host. And it doesn't help the attendee as well.
No.
Because you can arrive on Thursday night and then register and expect me to give you a dinner when I didn't know you were coming.
You already planned it, yeah.
You already planned that you are going to Dallas, right? So let's all be honest, right? If you are traveling to Atlanta from Houston, wherever you are coming from, you are going to CEANA convention.
Right.
There's one thing that we do is register. So one of the things that we are doing to make sure the learning from the previous convention is that let's help CEANA, help the attendees, and also help the host. That's we all coming together to improve on the things that we are doing. So the first step that we took was let's streamline the hotel reservation and then the registration process. So we took that for CEANA 2025 that both registration have to be one. So if you are going to a convention, obviously you have to register for convention. Because and then when you go to a convention, guess what? You have to sleep. Where will you sleep? The convention hotel, which we do well to get a discount price for the CEANA attendees, right? And we want to give that to CEANA attendees to benefit from. So that's one thing that we want, viewers to understand, that it helps us plan for CEANA, plan for you, so that when you get to Dallas or any of the convention in the future, we already know you are coming. We know Nicole is coming, and we have to prepare dinner for Nicole on Friday or Thursday, right? Those surprise element of showing up is not something that I think it helped any of us. So just to kind of conclude on that, before Julius will add some of the things we are doing or we learn from Colorado, is that we're taking that registration process really to help CEANA and the attendees. So as you are looking at that, look at it like, how do we plan for you? How do we make sure that when you get there on Thursday night, we have to have your dinner ready? It will help us, help you, and help the host as well.
All right. Well said. Julius, what do you have to add?
Oh, yeah, Mr. President, what Hengema add to it, CEANA, we go to CEANA, aside trying to have fun, the aim is to raise funds to develop the Everland. As in Colorado, there was a lot of talking. We have a lot of guests on the high table who everybody was giving a mic. Some of them were not even prepared. They don't know that they will be speaking. So by the time they figure out what to speak, they are holding the mic, thinking about what to say, and our precious time is being wasted. Something ought to be done about that one. Now, when it comes to raising funds, I work with the fundraising committee at CEANA and all those sort of things. We don't really have to wait until it is time for fundraising before we share those pledge coupons. I think once before the people get into the room, just like your cutlery on your dining table, those pledge forms should be on the table before people come in and sit. Once you sit down with the forms and pen, you fill up those forms whilst everything is going on at your convenience. Because as we preach to you, what the convention is for, you give us your pledges. So when the time comes for staff fund to go and do fundraising, they come in and collect those pledges, and those who want to pay right there and then, they will process their payment. I think that can help to make sure that we can save some valuable time during the convention. So those are some of the things that we are thinking about. So we came to Colorado not only in shape or in fashion, but we came there with our eagle eyes and ears
and watch and
take note of everything.
Mm-hmm. That's good. Because that my next question was gonna be, what did you learn that you're not going to repeat? What do you know, like the mistake or the area of improvement? So that covers that. We're gonna keep that for next time. But you know, I think what we need to understand as the attendees, you know, and as the host, when we are coming to these CEANA or any other event, we do have to understand that in order for everything to be on time, in order for you to be served, you have to play part of it. You know, you are part of it. So if you don't register, like you were saying, till Thursday, they did not plan for you. You are not on the list. Your table was not set. So when that happens, and then you come in on Saturday night, you are complaining like, why did you put me at the back? Well, you were not here before. So if you register, you would have a table in front, but you didn't register. So I'm just encouraging all of us as attendees. If you know right now, you already know that you're going to be there. So when the time comes, and I'm glad that you are doing this as a package. When we register, we can get that. When you get the hotel, you can get the registration at the same time. I'm glad that you are doing it that way, so that it's simpler. That is even making it easier for us to be able to do that. So encouragement for everybody to just, if you know it, just plan for it. Just plan for it so that it will help the host plan for you, be ready for you, be prepared for you. But the time that goes for the time, I don't understand it. I was just at a program on Saturday or Friday. It was supposed to start at 6. It was 6:30. We African, we are now coming. We are now going to set up. So what are we going to do for us to realize that we need to be on time? So we have to work on that. We have to work on that. And what I can encourage you guys to do, if you say you're going to start at 12 and nobody's there, you have to start. You can't wait for people, because when we do that, we're enabling our people to be late all the time, right? So I'm not preaching here about time. I know this has been for years, but it's important that we remember that we all have to, in order for us to be on time, because if you are late, then you have to wait. That's what was happening. We have to wait for people to come before we start. Then we lose an hour, we lose 2 hours, we lose 3 hours. And then when we start, we have to do everything at the same time. We don't have time to enjoy and do what we need to do. So I'm just encouraging everybody, all of us. We live in America. Let's learn. Let's learn and be on time. And we need to stop saying African time. I'm over that. I'm over it. We need to learn American time. All right.
Yeah, Nico, you said it right. I just want to add something to what has been said so far on that, right? We do also recognize that people have to register now, and some of the people are still paying their bills from Colorado 2024, right? But you know, the surprising thing that we are seeing, we are actually seeing a high number of people registered so far in the history of CEANA registration.
That's good. Okay.
We just came back. We are just starting the 3rd week. But the number of registration that we have received so far has never happened in CEANA history. So awesome. That means CEANA is growing. People are coming to CEANA, and registration is going. We are receiving a lot of registration. Our hotel room is almost half reserved already.
That's good.
So people are registering. So I would really want to encourage everyone that is listening now to go and do registration, so that we secure that room for you, and we acknowledge, right? Things happen, right? People might register and today, and they're like, oh, something happened, I can't make it. Totally fine. What we are doing in CEANA 2025, and we've done it in the previous CEANA, is we are going to refund your registration if anything changed in the future.
Okay.
So that is something I want the viewers to, take note of, that if you register today and something happened, that you cannot attend the CEANA convention, you get your money.
Okay.
But the best thing you want to do now is actually register and secure your hotel room, because these hotels are only reserved for CEANA attendees, because we've learned in the past where people go and block multiple rooms. They never register for the convention itself that they're attending and have the room for. And now it's on the host to be calling these individuals that, hey, you have 10 rooms. Why haven't you registered yet? You know, let's be honest. Let's not be cutting corners, trying to make things just for ourselves. But let's help. Let all of us come together as, you know, under the CEANA umbrella to do the right thing, which is basically you are going to convention. So let's do convention registration. Get a hotel. And just to add on the timing, right, Nicole, this is really something we're going to make sure we get that happen in Dallas, right? Doing things on time.
Yeah.
I don't think we can say this enough, but it's going to happen in Dallas. If we have even one person, we're going to start the event. So for all the viewers that are listening to this, when you come to CEANA 2025, or I would say the next future convention, our plan is to make sure that moving forward, the CEANA events start on time. You know, we've been trying to do it, but I think most of the challenges around the planning. That's when we struggle with doing things on time. But moving forward, I think we've said it enough. Things will start on time and we'll do it. That's why we starting with planning, and then execution do not have to happen with any problem at all. So
So hey, Nicole, let me add one thing to this. This is going to be the fact. Our hotel rooms are very cozy, but that's not an excuse for people to be sleeping in. You come to CEANA, let's do CEANA work. Our hotel rooms compares to none. Seriously,
if they have too much fun the night before, you know, maybe, you know, you have too much fun the night before, maybe that's why, you know, they're sleeping in. But, you know, you come to, so you're telling them don't sleep in. You need to come
the coziness of the room should not be excuse for you to be late, please.
Okay. All right. So with that being said, are we going to take a quick break, and then I'm going to play some of the promotion, this one, and then you guys take a sip of water, and we'll be right back with you guys. Guys, you have to watch all these the videos and the promotions and all the interviews and the excitement about CEANA, just CEANA, because a lot of people are still watching us. A lot of people still like will ask, what is it again? Or you like, okay, you get excited in the beginning and then you're like, okay, I'm gonna do it, and then at the end of the day you still don't do it. But we really need to appeal. We are appealing to everybody. Again, Airway is not it's not just the Togolese, it's not just the people from Benin, it's not just the people from Ghana or for Nigeria, wherever else you are. Airway is Airway. So this whole thing, yes, we come together to have fun and share our food and traditions and the culture and mingle together. Every time I go to these conventions, it is like I meet some people who say, "Oh, I haven't seen this person for 20 years. I haven't seen this person for 15 years." In Atlanta, you guys saw when I interview people at the airport, people met each other like in the secondary school. They met at the airport. So that's the fun thing about having this, bringing us, because we are Airways, but we are all over the world. So when we come together, it is not just to raise fun. It's not just to eat fufu, because you can eat that at home, right? It's not just to do that. It's just to showcase and share our culture and build something for our children and do it. We have to do it together. We have to do it together. So I am appealing with everyone who did not make it this year. I am appealing with you guys. Do whatever you can, necessary, anything you need to do, and make sure that you are involved. And just don't do it by yourself, because it's not fun doing it by yourself. Bring your family, bring your children, bring your cousins, your mama, your papas, all of your family. Encourage people, even Africans. They were there. I met them. I had a conversation with them. They're like, "Oh, I have a friend who invited me." Invite all your people. So it is important that we get involved. And this CEANA to evolve, to get better, it requires all of us. We have to work together. So I just want to appeal you guys. I get excited about my culture. When I say I love my tradition, people I love my tradition. So if you know me, I just love my tradition. There are certain things I don't agree with, but I love my tradition. I love my culture. So I just want to encourage everybody to be involved. Togolese, I am encouraging you. You need to be involved more. I've seen more of you this year, but Beninois, I need you guys to be involved. Now we're going to talk about, I'm not going to say yet, we're going to talk about Nigeria. So I'm going to bring my guest back so that we can talk about that for a second. So, guys, thank you for hanging in. Thank you for hanging in. I have a few more questions for you because some of the questions that I have, you guys already covered. We covered it already, so I'm not going to repeat it. But I wanted to ask you, and it's only right for me to ask this: what did you think that Colorado did overall? And any one of you can start. Julius, you want to start, or?
Okay, I can start. You threw me that hard. I think they did well. They did great.
Okay.
Yeah, well will be understatement. They did great. Sleepless night. I know for Connie. Anytime you will be surprised. I don't even know even if he slept for the last two or so years. For Divine and a whole lot of them. Aside from them, we have the CEANA planning committee. People having multiple meetings every day over the weeks. It took a lot of effort. The whole village was at play at Colorado, and we give our appreciation to what they have done. I know it's not easy to be a guest and be hosting somebody. So they were guests in Loveland and they were hosting us.
Right.
That's a lot of work that they have done, and we are very appreciative. We thank them for holding high the flame of every people.
Okay, that's good. You have anything to add, Winfred?
No, I think our CEANA 2025 coordinator has actually summarized it.
Okay.
CEANA hosting itself is no joke. It's involve a lot of sleepless nights, to actually put all these programs in place. You can imagine the number of calls. We are just in the first month of registration, but we receive a number of calls, emails here and there, and we have to stay up late to respond to those, right? So you can just imagine as we get closer, the number of people that will be calling for needs or how we can make CEANA better. So let's really give it to Colorado. They did excellent, just like any previous host has done in the past, right? But our main goal is improve on things that we are receiving direct or indirect feedback on. How do we improve on that? So we are looking to add to those and making sure that we're taking those feedback into consideration. So they did well, just like any previous convention. Colorado
Okay. All right. Well said. All right. Well said, both of you. So now I'm gonna bring this. I know last year the president, I'm gonna ask him, Dr. Chachu, when he comes here, I'm gonna ask him this as well. Last year they went to Nigeria. I really don't know what the details and how it went. And I know we are trying to appeal to Nigerian as well, because there are plenty of airways in Nigeria. Dallas is, what do you call it? It's Nigerian town, I call it. You know how they have a Chinatown? Not Dallas, but I mean Houston. I would say Houston, but again, Texas. I would say Texas could be Nigeria town. I don't know how it is where you guys are located and all of this, but I know that we are trying to appeal to the Nigerian community, and I have not seen that yet. I am asking right now, do you have a committee? Are you planning to? Because I feel like Texas will be the best place, or Dallas should be the best place to start, because I did not see them in Houston. And Houston is Nigeria, Nigerian town. I did not see them in Houston. So do you have any plan in, tapping into the Nigerian community at all? Or, I mean, it is new to you? I guess I'll go with the president. You can start.
Yeah, no, Nicole, that's a very good question, right? You rightfully said, I think we also, some members of our CEANA secretariat has visited Nigeria early this year, March, April, that time to really, participate in one event that was happening in Nigeria, right? And I want to say this, just like we have efforts in Nigeria, we have efforts all over the world, right? We have efforts in Ivory Coast, we have in Sierra Leone, we have in Liberia. So there's a need for us to engage all these people, right? Not just one specific country, but wherever efforts are located, our message or CEANA message is really engaging with all efforts, that they should be part of our mission. And our mission being that we want to raise money as a nonprofit organization to develop the Ever land. So wherever they are located today, what we are saying is that they should come and join us to do it together. So we are also going to engage on the same mission, or wherever efforts are located, not specifically to only Nigeria, but anywhere that they are. Our goal is to continue working with the CEANA to engage with all of the efforts across the globe to make sure that we are all supporting our motherland the way we want it to be.
Okay. All right. Well said, Julius.
So I have something to say about that one. About this Nigeria, Cote d'Ivoire, Mali issue.
And Sierra Leone, don't forget.
Yeah, there's one thing that we have to know. We always, traditionally, we are fishermen. So anywhere there's a pool of water body, you are sure to find an area over there.
Yeah.
Or fishermen, we don't just only fish along the sea, we go with all the lakes and everywhere. So the fact that we see a bunch of areas in Mali, fishing around that white water over there doesn't make that one an Everland. Keep that in mind. So we have to be very careful what we claim to be Everland. Yeah. And then aside from that, CEANA is an umbrella of what? Associations. It starts from the ground up. So CEANA should reflect the associations that form it.
Right.
Not CEANA reflecting an image that is not consistent with the groups that form CEANA. So if CEANA is talking about, oh, we have Nigeria flag all over CEANA. Yeah, we don't have any Nigeria member in any of the associations. That is what? An overreach from my point, because you as CEANA, you are now doing something out of what your members are doing. Our CEANA should reflect its members.
Right.
So if you have a lot of AVs who are Nigerians and then they don't participate in any of our associations, we shouldn't be what? Going to CEANA, Nigeria first. Instead, we should encourage those Nigerians who are of AV origin. If they can't join the existing AV groups, they should form their own group and then join CEANA.
Right. Right.
That's why we have Beniners who are in US, but they don't want to participate in any of these AV groups. Let them form their own group where they feel comfortable to share their unique culture, but then encourage them to join CEANA. Instead of CEANA say, oh, we know you speak AV. Okay, so we are coming to you. No, it shouldn't be that way. We should encourage them to organize.
Right.
In Texas, we have two AV groups that are in CEANA. We have Houston, we have Dallas. Okay, when you go to Ohio, they have two groups. Okay, if they are willing, we have Togolese group in Dallas here. Okay, but they say it's 99.9% AVs, but they say they have the other people are not AVs, so they cannot join CEANA. Understood? The question is, at what level do you say, okay, you belong to CEANA or you don't belong to CEANA? Right. So if there are a group of AVs who don't want to associate themselves with AV, CEANA shouldn't be forcing AV down their throat. That's from my personal point of view.
Okay. All right. Thank you for that. That is a conversation we have to dig into. You just started something. You just started something that we're going to have to build on. So keep that in mind that you started this. Next time I'll call you, remember that you started it. But you brought a good point. There are so many points that you brought that we don't have time today to go over, but I definitely want to carry over this conversation. But it is very, very important. It is important that because you have people, you really can't say Eve. Let me leave it alone. We're gonna come back for this because if I start now, we are not gonna end. So
yeah, I think that would be a good discussion for us.
That would be a good discussion.
We have a very good this thing on that strategy on that, because it's good to welcome people as identified Evers, but like rightfully Julius said, right, we should not be the one like representing their flags if they are not part of us. It will be laughable because people will not understand what the flag means to us, right? So those are things that we want to be very careful about, right? Because like CEANA has a mission and constitution, right? So let's work within that. Everything across the globe, but doesn't mean we should put every flag on a CEANA image.
Right.
If not, will be. But like again, let's leave that for a different.
Yeah, it definitely going to be just a solo topic. We have to because it is very, very important, and a lot of people are confused. And because when you ask people and you tell them what it is, they're like, "Oh, I'm not AV." You know what I mean? So there's always a lot of that. So a lot of kind of internal discrimination too going on. So we definitely have to talk about.
Let's table that one for.
Let's table it. We'll table it. Okay, so the next thing I wanted to say is, what is your message? I'm gonna give you my feedback, right? So, what is your message to CEANA attendees, especially those who have not been? What is the high level message for them?
Yeah, so for CEANA attendees or those who have never attended CEANA convention before, our message to them is that they should rally behind CNS mission, which is bringing all the Evers, like we said, right? Evers that, from definition of Everland, right? I'm not going to define what Everland means, but as you all know, there's Everland, so you know that demarcation. I'm not going to say where it will start and end. We want you all to be behind the CEANA mission, which is one. Let's raise money and support the people who are in need of our help in our motherland, right? So for all the people who have never attended CEANA convention before, we are asking you to actually put CEANA 2025 on your calendar, on your planning for the year, next year, and try to attend. And the reason being that it will take all of us coming together as airways to really build our motherland. So if you can come and stay with us within the CEANA program, right? And we raise money, any quantity that you bring, or even if you cannot attend, try to donate to the CEANA mission so that we are all part of that. Like, let all of us be part of that so that we can really do what we all want, right? We can just be talking about how our motherland is not developed and we are staying in North America or Canada or wherever we are, right? We can continue doing that. The government cannot do all for us, right? So let us not just be people who actually complain but don't fix the little things that we can do. All of us can do, something small to help build an Everland. So for those who have attended before and not planning to attend, I'm really asking you to put CEANA 2025 for your calendar. And for those who have never attended, please make this. Engage with your family, bring them your friends. Whether they speak Everest or not, they are welcome. We'll give them a good Southern hospitality when they come to Dallas for CEANA 2025.
Okay, thank you. Julius, what do you have to add to that, if any?
All that I can say is CEANA's work is money. We need money to do CEANA work. It's for we, the Everest. And anything that goes on well in the Everland is not going to benefit only Everest in the Everland. It benefits all the residents of that particular region that we end up developing. So when you know somebody who can help us attain this cause, it need not be an Everest. So long as that person is a people-loving person who has what it takes to get us some funds, some needed funds, please don't hesitate. Share that person's contact with us and show us the strategy, how best we can be able to communicate effectively to that person and elicit some of the funds that we need to build our motherland. Trust me, we cannot develop Everland based upon our wages.
No.
We need a real money to develop our Everland. And I think we have to be custodians of our Everland and work earnestly towards developing it. Thank you.
All right, thank you. So I have some people online that I have to let me just recognize some people here. I have Justin. Justin is in Canada. Hello, Justin Fuseni, my brother. He's in Togo. Claude in Atlanta. I have AC. I don't know where you are from, but you can keep it up. Great job. Thank you very much. Let me share this as I'm talking. I can share this so that you guys can see. I have Justin is in Canada. I have Fuseni is in Togo. That's my actually blood brother in Togo. So thank you for the support. My brother, merci. Akpe Fuseni, merci beaucoup. AC, I don't know where you are from, but you say keep up the good work. Thank you very much. And then we have Jesus loves you and me. Okay, yeah, thank you. Jesus loves me and you too. Thank you very much. I agree with that. Whoever they said Mr. Gbedemah and for Julius, you do all. So they give it a the kudos to you guys. So thank you. And then Jesus loves me comes back. Loves you comes back. He said Dallas 2025 is going to be register early. Of course, I'm sure this is Dallas people, your people. I'm sure this is Dallas right here. So this is Dallas. We hear you loud and clear. And then I have Bernard. He said, question for CEANA 2025 convention host. He said, we know that one of the aim of the convention is to showcase and promote our culture and tradition. Mr. Cornelius in Colorado introduced the colorful Dunbar. Okay, well, we talked about that. Maybe you guys are going to carry on with that. We don't know. But you are going to do something even better, you said. So the next one, he says, of the kings, the Dunbar of king and queens, queen mothers. He said, what is Dallas going to do differently? If you say it is the surprise, that will be fine. we wish you we wish you have a happy planning. Thank you. That's nice. So he did understand that you did say that it's a surprise. He understood that. So he's just wishing you guys happy planning for this surprise. So this surprise has to really be a surprise. Okay. So Bernard, thank you very much for that. We appreciate that feedback. So if question has been addressed, I apologize. Well, the question, we are going to build upon it. We are going to make the Deborah of Chief even better. That's the goal, right? We want to do it even better. So traditional night is going to be even better. That is the plan, and that is the promise. Well, I don't want to say promise. Let me take that promise back. They're going to say, Nicole said it was a promise. I'm not. So that is going to be, that's what we're going to be happening. So just hang in there. And again, this is just we are just starting. We are still in 2024. It's just the starting. So we are going to bring them back and just to get as we go, to give you more information. And they're going to reveal these surprises one by one, hopefully, get you more excited about this. So I just want to say thank you, all of you, for joining. We appreciate you. Keep your comments coming. Share these with everyone. We want you to stay in the mood. We want you to stay and be ready for CEANA 2025. I am excited about this, and I just want to see what, Denver, what Denver has done. We're going to see how that is going to really transform and become like what is it? It's going to be 2025 will be in steroids. You take from whatever Denver did and then put it on steroids, in Dallas 2025. So that's what we are going to do. So he said 2025. He said kind of 2025 is going to be great. Yes, it is going to be great in Jesus' name. So guys, I have feedback for you guys. So, when we say that this whole thing, it is about CEANA, and you say it well, Winfred, when you took the stool, when you did give your speech, you did say that it's not about Dallas. It is not about Colorado. It is not about the individual associations. This is about CEANA. And we are doing this for CEANA. That's the whole reason why we are doing this. It's not a competition, even though a healthy competition is good. Just like, is it Boston? Is it Boston and DC?
Oh, yeah, Boston.
Yes, Boston and DC.
Boston and DC, their competition is healthy competition. Because you know what? They did that competition. Colorado pocket over 50,000. You know what I mean? So those are the competitions that we want, right? So it is a competition. You got, you come and do this, but it really not a negative. It's not a negative. It's a healthy competition. And that way to bring more money. So it is to build on what we have done. It is the key is to learn and get better. It's not to criticize others, and it's not to judge others because, we did it 2023. I know what it takes to host. It is not easy. It is not easy. It's very, very difficult. So that's why I have to give my hat out to them. I give my hat out to you, but at the same time, I cannot sit here. I will not be a good reporter if I sit here and say that everything is perfect. I will not be a good reporter and say that nobody said anything as an improvement to me. People will say, no, everybody said everything was fine. No, I mean, I have to hear the good, the bad, and the ugly. And I don't like to sugarcoat. So when I ask people advice, their feedback. And if they want to be on camera, I put them on camera. If they don't want to be on camera, I let them tell me. I don't put it on camera. So not every feedback that I have on camera, because not everybody feels comfortable, right? So I'll go around and talk to people, especially on Sunday, and I'll ask them how things went. And I hear feedback, and I promise you, like I said, hosting a convention, you will never make everybody happy. You will never give one thing to everybody that they want. But we have to find a medium, something that works for everybody. So I try to summarize my feedback that I gotten, and then some of mine that I agree that makes sense. And I just want to give you guys some feedback here, things that I heard, right? And it's just, it again is nothing. It's up to you guys to really just, digest it and add on or take away or whatever. But I have to give you my takeaway. So, first of all, I did tell you how, I appreciate how the youth involvement already. I already told you that is exciting for me. And I can't wait to see what the youth has planned for themselves. So giving them that power, I think that is awesome. So that's starting from your videos already. That is a great thing for you guys. You have started. The taking over of the stool, the organization, the participation was amazing to me because, again, in my CEANA attendance, that was the first one that I saw. And I just love the organization. I love the fact that you are all in it, the participation and the spirit. You know what I mean? So I love that about you guys. So one of the thing about uh, that I wanted to talk to you about is the hotel choice. Everybody was happy about the hotel choice because it was sweet. It's a sweet. Everybody's there. You know how when we go to convention, we want to heat our food, and we have to stay in line in a corner. Everybody to heat up their fufu, and you know how long it takes for fufu to heat up. We stayed there. I remember one day. I don't know if it was Houston or one of them. Oh my God, I was so hungry. I don't eat, and I was so hungry just to heat up a food. I have to give up. You know, because it's long line. So this hotel choice, having the microwave and refrigerator in the room, that was awesome. So that is, I don't know you. I know you guys already choose it. Julius told me that the hotel is going to be cozy. So I hope that, we don't have to stay in line for so people give credit for the hotel choice. I heard a lot of credit myself. I give credit for that. The music was a little bit short. People wanted more bobo. People wanted live music. And one thing they enjoyed in Atlanta was the park, the picnic. There was a lot of, we had a drums played. We have drum playing, and we have a separate bobo music, a bobo. So people talk to me about that they needed bobo, they needed live music. Some people talk to me about yaka and stuff. That is up to you. I'm not going to talk about food right here, but people were talking about some choices of food they would prefer to eat. I'm assuming they haven't had it for a very long time. They were hoping, so they want some, what is it? What is it? Kanklo, and then they say yaka. I'm like, okay. Yaka is not easy to make. So people are asking about yaka as well. But at the picnic, people wanted more fun. They want to have, bobo. You can never go wrong with bobo. You can never go wrong with it. So people ask for that. So I want to make sure that I give you part of my feedback. So it is certain things that I want to also talk about. We had Dallas, not Dallas. Denver had singles night on Thursday. I'm assuming you guys were there. I don't know. I think you guys were there. Were you guys there on Thursday night?
So yeah, we were there on Thursday night. I arrived early, so I was there. But I think, yeah, your feedback you share on that probably will help to kind of nail down what we are thought, right? Well, I think all ideas are good, but really when it comes to it, I think we all have to be very careful with execution, right? I think there was, in my opinion, I saw what actually happened with the two events happening at the same time. And I had some people, because our Dallas command center was just opposite where the single night was supposed to happen. So we saw everything that happened around that. And then also with the disco night. So those are things that we also collected our feedback. Our folks put a lot of feedback, and we are still reviewing actually all the feedback. That is not the end. So feedback are always welcome, because again, we want to improve on that. But go ahead and share what was your thought on the single night? What did you see?
What I see is I was not there.
Nobody was there, right?
I wasn't there yet. I didn't come. I normally come. This time I didn't. I came on Friday, so I missed it. But so I wanted to I missed it. The reason I'm bringing this back is Thursday. This year, apparently a lot of people came on Thursday, and this is the first year that I came on Friday because I had a presentation. I couldn't make it on Thursday. So but at the same time, a lot of people were not there yet. So singles night, maybe if we're going to do a single night, maybe we can, I don't know, maybe do it on a Sunday. I don't know, because you have totally night on Sunday. So my recommendation would be, because a lot of people missed it. They said they missed it. Some people say they didn't go. Some people say they didn't like it. So I don't know how it went. You guys were there. So your feedback for how it went is going to be. But my thing is, what I wanted to say is because a lot of people missed it. And I know even if you do it on Sunday, a lot of people will still miss it anyway. They will say they missed it. Nobody's going to be happy. I get it. But what I'm saying is on Sunday, after the picnic, and I know by Sunday, everybody's exhausted. You just want people to go away. I'm just saying it just in my head, right? Because it's Sunday, everybody should be dining out. But the thing is, on Sunday, I realized that Sunday after a picnic, people want something to do. People wanted something to do. So, and then the only thing we had was Toli. We have to be there. And I see people sitting in Toli night because they want something to do. I have people are married to white folks. People don't understand Ewe. So you have people sitting there, and then Toli, you have to speak in Ewe. You can't speak in English. They tell you have to speak in Ewe. So it wasn't, maybe we can do single night maybe on a Sunday. Maybe we can do bobobo, like after party, something music, just play music for people. You can imagine how people will feel just having bobobo alone or jazz or something on that Sunday night. You know what I mean? So they'll have a choice. You want to do a Toli should even be like husband and wife thing. They could do that. But, you have singles sitting there. They don't understand anything. You have young people sitting there. They don't understand anything, but they are there because they don't have a choice. They don't have any other place to go. So I will recommend maybe we do something different on Sunday in addition to Toli. If we cannot get rid of Toli, I know it's a tradition, but do something different for other folks to enjoy. Because at the end of the day, the next day when they leave, that's what they're going to take with them. The night before, the excitement, the joy, the whatever. I'm just asking that we do that because Sunday night I see people sitting down and they just, they want something new to do, something fun to do. So consider that. That is something I want you guys to consider. If you want to do a singles night, maybe do it on Sunday. Do something. I don't know. Maybe Thursday. I don't know. But I was not there. God willing, I'll be there Thursday. If you do it Thursday, at least I can experience. I can experience it. But the key is to learn. We need to learn. And I'm glad that you say you guys are getting feedbacks. And there are some interviews that we do. If you have somebody, let them view those interviews, especially Sunday interviews, and listen to people. You can never please people, but at least you know what people dislike or people hate or people like, so that you can come to that medium for people. So I like the fact that you are getting those feedback as well, because the truth is we want money. We want people to donate. We want people to have fun. We want people to enjoy it. But the problem is, if people come and they're not happy, they're not fed, they're not going to give you their money. If people are not happy, they're not going to give you their money. In order for us to get these people with money and them to open their pocket, hospitality is important. You have to treat them well. You have to feed them well, and you have to give them good music. I'm not going to talk about drinks. You gotta feed them well. If they're happy, they're going to give them money. If they're happy, they don't come back. If they're happy, everybody's happy. So hospitality, you want a guest. You want your guests to be happy, hospitality. And then, food, what they eat, take care of their stomach and take care of the music, their ear, what they hear. So, and just control, be on time. We have to be on time, control the time, I know you guys are just listening to me like, what is she? I'm just putting it out there, letting you know what I hear. This is not the end of it. We are just starting. I know we're going to come back and build on this and have more conversation, more planning. We're going to have, if you guys have whatever it is, I am here. You need me. I am here. We're going to carry this on. But right now, we just want people to be excited. We want people to register right now. We want people to put this on their calendar. We want people to be excited right now. We want people to tell their family, and Labor Day weekend, I'm already booked. I know where I'm going on Labor Day weekend. It is going to be Dallas. So that's what we want people to build on. So I'm going to stop here because I have said a lot. I'm going to stop there and let you guys tell me what you're feeling, what you are thinking about the feedback, just high level. I know you don't have to touch everything, but what are you feeling right now? Julius, I'm going to go with you because I see you writing things down. You have something to say.
Oh, no, I'm taking note of your feedbacks. And as we said, Winfred said it on the night we took the stool.
Mm-hmm.
Dallas is the host.
Mm-hmm.
But then it is CEANA convention. So we will work with the stakeholders the feedback that we receive on CEANA so that we implement some of those things as much as possible. So that's what it is. We're going to work with the stakeholders in CEANA. And Dallas, a good host, should be able to have some influence on those other stakeholders. So expect something better. Or expect some improvement on some of the hiccups that we have. That's it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So Winfred, how are you?
Yeah, no, very. First of all, I want to start by saying that thank you for sharing this feedback online. If I have to say something, I'm one person who like to speak on the public when something is, affecting all of us or majority, right? Because you can never get everyone to agree on one thing, but if it's affecting majority, then we really need to consider that, and that's why feedback is very important. So the feedback you share actually is very helpful. And I want to say thank you for sharing that. And I also want to encourage all the listeners or those who have attended a past convention to continue sharing this type of feedback. And please feel free to be on camera and share feedback, right? Because it's really something that all of us have to do. It doesn't have to take, Nicole, Winfred, Julius, or any other person to do it, but it will take all of us to do it. So let all of us be part of this. And the feedback is really going to be helpful for this. So we actually, really want to say thank you for sharing all this feedback. We'll actually take them. One thing for sure I wanted to kind of leave here is that we know that when attendees come to a convention and they are excited, CEANA can meet its goals, which is raising money. No doubt about it. And we want to drive that, right? We want, because we can do everything and give them papers, talk to their ears, but if they're not happy about the event, then there's no way they're going to donate. But when we make them excited that they're here at the CEANA convention and this is how excited they are, we don't have to even ask them, spend time at the Saturday banquet telling them to donate or go to the church service and be telling them to donate. We don't have to do any of that. We just have to leave the information somewhere and they will do it by themselves. And then we can use the rest of the time to have fun. And also, like I said earlier, this is also it's a mini vacation for a lot of families, right? I'm not saying for all, but I know from just listening to people go as a family, to spend this time together. It's a Labor Day weekend, right? So if a Monday they are not going to work, they want to have fun on Sunday, which is, whether at a picnic or after picnic, so that when they get back to their individual cities on Monday, they can relax the rest of the day. And then Tuesday they get to work. I know people already, reserve their hotel. They are not leaving Dallas until Wednesday because they know it's going to be exciting in Dallas, right? So this is really where we want to drive home, right? We want to make attendees happy that when they come to CEANA convention, they can donate themselves, and then we all can do what CEANA wants. So thank you for sharing all this feedback, and please continue sharing your feedback.
All right. So thank you guys very much. So I have to ask this.
Yes.
How prepared are you guys? How long did it take you guys to get everybody in line to do that stool takeover? So I have to ask that. So how did you make that work?
So, Nicole, I have to be very transparent with you, right? My convention planning, the local convention planning committee is really dedicated, right? And the only thing we told our folks is to take the hats with them. That's what we told them.
Okay.
So we got to Colorado. We know we have to receive the stool, right? But we didn't get time to do any rehearsal. That is the truth. We didn't do any of that. So it was after the Sunday morning, because if you were there, you saw Saturday morning.
Saturday morning.
Yeah. If you were there, you saw the excitement we brought in Saturday morning, right? So we were like, how do we build on that? Like, where do we take it next, right? And then with the unity from the group, right at our command center, it was around 4 p.m.
Sorry.
And then around 4 p.m., no problem. Around 4 p.m., we called everybody to come to the command center. I think we had about half of the group. They came to the command center, and with the help of Mrs. Aloy and others that are part of the convention planning, we did something in 20 minutes. And we
Okay.
said, this is it, and this is what we're gonna do. And I think the result, all of you saw it. It was amazing. It was amazing. I've been to CEANA before, and I don't think I've seen any handover up to that level. So if you have given us only 20 minutes, we were able to do something at that level in 20 minutes. Imagine now that we have a year.
Okay.
I leave it that way. I leave it that way.
So everybody who is watching this and going to be watching this, you guys see, they said they did this. You guys watch this stool takeover. I want you guys to go to the site. I go to Chatting with Nicole, and the title was, I said, my best CEANA takeover, stool takeover. You guys have to watch this. And he's saying that they did this in 20 minutes. All they got to take them is bring their hat. So hey, so we can only imagine what is going to be happening a year from now. We can only imagine that when they actually prepare for something. So I am definitely excited, and I'm looking forward to many more of these conversations to come. Many more of your surprises and your planning and everything else that is to come. But like I said earlier, it is all about it's going to take all of us involving. So everybody's involved. And yesterday I hear and Denver, and I hear Divine and for Cornelius, they're all asking like if you need their help, everybody just tap into whatever help that is. But I am rooting for you guys. I am rooting for you. I am here. Whatever you need, like I said before, just let us know. We'll do whatever we need for our homeland, our children, and our young generation, or whatever we need to do. It is about CEANA. It is not about Dallas. It is not about Atlanta. It's not about Denver. It is about CEANA. So I'm going to give you guys each your closing remarks, and I'm gonna go with Julius first to give your closing remarks.
Yeah, Nicole, thank you for granting Dallas this opportunity to speak to the greater CEANA family. It is not about Dallas. It's not about Julius, not about Kobla. It's all for the good of Everland, as done through CEANA. And Dallas 2025 is not going to be special. All that you can promise is we are going to make sure that we give you guys an outstanding host. We are going to be a good host of the CEANA convention. So please come all. Bring your friends, even those who don't speak Ewe. Please bring them in so that they will experience the clash between Afri-Culture and the Texas cowboy life. Thank you.
All right. So I am going to go with the president. What is your closing remarks for everybody?
No, Nico, thank you so much for the opportunity to actually, have us here as the host for CEANA 2025. This is really something I think all of us should be doing, things like bringing the community together and letting us speak to the CEANA community on what CEANA 2025 is going to look at. This is just at the beginning, right? This is just at the beginning. So I think Julius have actually summarized everything on what we are expecting people in Dallas. We definitely want to be, improve on the CEANA hosting. That is for sure. And what we want to let people know is that it's about time that we all just, come together and do what we all dream about doing. So it's not going to take only folks in Dallas to do it, but the whole CEANA community, right? So when we talking about timing, things not being on time, I think it will take all of us to do it. So as you are listening to all this thing, what I'm saying is that the time that you are going to see on any event moving forward or starting from CEANA 2025 should be the time that it should be starting. So let all of us also be part of that timing issue that we arrive on time. We should arrive on time. Let's take those time and say, yes, that's the time it's supposed to start. So let me get it 30 minutes before. Because guess what? If it's something that we have to save meal and close at a certain time, we're going to start on time. And if you are late, you're probably going to give a feedback because you arrived late, you didn't eat your meal. And I know your kayaking is so important for most of us too, right? And Aklo is also important. So make sure you're on time for those two and for the rest. And let all of us come together and do the CEANA work. Gbedemah, we look forward for more conversation like this.
All right. So thank you guys so very much. I thank you for coming in and hanging in and answering all the question and willing to do this. I'd say, well, I'm gonna say good luck with all the preparations. And I know even if you have the whole village, we know that, if you're not in one union, Julius said that before, if you don't have that, it's not gonna work. So all I can do, another thing I wanna leave with you, and we did this in Atlanta, is we pray a lot. We pray a lot. So find some time in your meetings, just dedicate one evening, one afternoon, and just bring everybody and just pray. Just pray, because that helps. It makes a difference. So I'm going to also give that as a advice, that you can tap into the power of God. You can tap into that, because it always comes through. So tap into that. And I have to thank you, because the music that you get me to do the the promotion, I haven't heard that music until when you guys took over. So since I got that, that's what I've been playing. So that has been a really a really good music. So thank you for suggesting that. That is an awesome music, awesome song to play. So thank you guys very much. Nyato egbe mi do anglais sugbon egbe. Ntona mi be mi ato anglais plak. Mi do anglais sugbon egbe voa mi do la to anglais plak mi ato. Nyano se deka. Voa mi ne mi be mi a mélanger akpata e la Gigi. Video la Gigi unu. Donc benare enya kokota mi bloa for Winfred for Julius. Watch on mélanger video. Ona mi gembe video. Evegbe video. So I just want you guys to thank you very much for being here. M'dakpena mi akota be mi no kame. Mi ame coachon le java se après. M'dakpena mi be mi le fie. Voambenare. CEANA be spirit esprit are ne no amesia meme. We all have to have the spirit, the CEANA spirit. We need to stay with that spirit. Don't lose it. From now till Labor Day next year, don't lose that spirit. You all need to register. You all need just to put it. They told you that you can get your money back. Obenane mi register. Imi maintain voa. Ola somnia be ganami. Donc you don't lose anything. Omle perdre ndekwepo. So mimle perdre ndekwepo. Donc register. This is the time to do that, so that you can have the best table and then you can have everything ready. So take the time and do this. And when people ask you, you're like, I already have plans. I'm going to be in Dallas on Labor Day weekend. So I just want everybody to be excited about this. And we have to come together to make this work. One person cannot make it. One state cannot make it. One association cannot make it. We all have to come together and get this done. So I thank you very much for hanging in. Thank you all for being here. Until, next Sunday. I know next Sunday, I told you guys that we're going to go to my regular programming with Tugby. But we may bring more people in next Sunday, because I feel like we should just end the month with CEANA. So I'm going to bring some more people in probably Sunday and end the month with CEANA. And then we can do our regular programming after that. So stay tuned. Nyato, dimanche prochain, tamio ma kula me CEANA, be mia no CEANA be exprimer. Et moi me septembre me. Donc ma kula ame bova to e mamade over eni a dimanche prochain. Donc mia no CEANA be exprimer le mois de septembre. Et puis après septembre quoi, we'll go mila continue kudo togbi. Donc ma pompo kutogbi mila wenene alo voir. Njibe mia, subscribe to the channel, subscribe to Chatting with Nicole, subscribe to CEANA TV. Please share the videos with everyone you know. The CEANA news needs to go to everybody. Everybody needs to know what CEANA is, what we do. It's amazing. When we come together, when we raise this money, when we do this, it's amazing what we can do versus I can do. So it's very important that we do this. So until then, until Sunday, I say stay safe and blessed, and I'll see you then. But I'm going to leave your video for you guys to watch some of these videos as I close out. This is the video Tugby sent to me. And this is a video, Bobozan, I think that's what it is. It's happening in Togo right now. It happened last week. I'm going to leave you with these videos. Enjoy these videos. And I'll see you guys on Sunday. But, like I said, stay safe and blessed. And I'll see you on the next one.
After
Nous vous prions de bien vouloir libérer le passage pour que nous puissions installer le roi des épées.